Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की। हरे कृष्णा। पुरुषोत्तम मास,
Hare Krishna. So on the 5th day of the Purushottam month, and on this 5th day of the Purushottam month, from Padma Puran, we are listening to the glories of the Purushottam Mass. That is, we are going to listen from the Padma Purana's 5th chapter on glorification of the Purushottam month. So far, we have heard that how the daughter of a sage became really saddened on the death of her father, and she was crying vehemently. Now, in the 5th chapter, Lord Shri Krishna is telling Yudhishthir Maharaj and his brothers Pandavas that when she was crying in the forest, at that same time, Shri Durvasa Muni arrived. Durvasa, who has been introduced by Lord Shri Krishna, whose birth has been from the part of Lord Rudra, who was born as the son of Atri and Anasuya mother, and he ties his hair like Mahadev. He is the same Durvasa Rishi by whose glance the king of heaven starts burning. Durvasa Rishi, by whose mercy and blessings your mother Kunti got the science behind to call the demigods. So this is the same Durvasa Muni who becomes extremely angry, and he has been angry even on me. He hasn't even let go of me as well. So he had been angry on Amrish Maharaj, etc. But Krishna says to the Pandavas that when Durvasa Muni came to this crying girl who has not even spared me from his anger. So if the Pandavas asked that had he been angry on you, then he replies yes, and he says in the verse,
संयोजितो राजन रुक्मणिया कुसुमा करे जलम अर्थयति बाला जलम अर्थयति बाला तृषया पीडितात्यलम तृषया पीडितात्यलम। श्री दुर्वासा ऋषि ने भगवान श्री कृष्ण के ऊपर क्रोध किया।
So he became irritated with Lord Shri Krishna, and when he was asked that how, then Krishna replies, once upon a time, I was a king of Dwarika, and I have 16,108 wives. and there is a place called Pindarak Kshetra area. So many sages and saints often visit this place. And one day, near to our Dwarika, the part of Shiva and who was the son of Mother Anasuya arrived there. And when we realized that, Krishna replies, I and Rukmani, we husband and wife, went to visit him, and we requested him that, oh, Maharaj, that you are so near to Dwarika, then you should visit us and give us an opportunity to serve you in whatever way we can. So initially he didn't say anything, but when they requested him again and again, then Durvasa Rishi said, I will come to your home and have a meal, but I have to put one condition on that. So Krishna is the king of Dwarika. What is impossible for him? So they promised that whatever condition you have, we will fulfill it. But you should visit us at our home. Then Durvasa Rishi said that, okay. When they had agreed, then Durvasa Rishi said that the condition is that you should bring your chariot to take me. Krishna said that I have a chariot of gold and there is no problem. Then Durvasa Rishi said that, wait, the condition doesn't end here. You need not to put any horses on this chariot. You can, you both have to replace the horses with you. So on one side, it will be your shoulder, and on other side, the shoulder of Rukmini. And then if you come in this manner and take me, then only I will come. So of all of you, had you thought that you want to take him home? He would have, they would, we would have said that you're taking advantage of our humility. But Lord Shri Krishna knows how to greet and welcome and serve great sages and saints, and what are the glories behind them and direction. So Rukmani ji and Lord Shri Krishna agreed that we will come and we will move that chariot by on our shoulders. And then they both came. They had replaced the horses with themselves. On one hand, there is Lord Shri Krishna, and on other hand, Rukmani Mata is driving, and this sage is sitting on the chariot. So they both started to move towards their palace. Krishna had a practice. Although Krishna is as soft as lotus, but he is as strong as Vraja as well. So he had the potency to carry Giriraj Govardhan as well. So Krishna was able to drag the chariot, but Mother Rukmani, who is very soft, she was drenched in her own sweat. And while dragging this chariot, if I tell you through the medium of this verse itself, because Krishna himself is saying this, he says, "O King Yudhishthir, me and Rukmani Rathe Sanyojito." We made him sit on the chariot and we were dragging the chariot. As Rukmani is really very soft and tender, she was dragging the chariot, but while doing the same, she got thirsty. You can just imagine
उसको याद कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही खींच रहे। तो कंधे पर था, खींच
So
रहे थे।
the chariot was
रुक्मणी को
on their
प्यास लगी और
shoulders.
चलते चलते
Rukmini
रुक्मणी ने
felt
द्वारिकाधीश
thirsty,
कृष्ण को
and
इशारा
while
किया
walking, she
कि
signaled
दीदी
Krishna
प्यास
that,
लगी है।
"Oh, dear husband, I'm feeling thirsty."
कृष्ण ने कहा रुकना मत, चलते चलते
Krishna
बोलते
said,
रहना,
"You should
प्यास
not
लगने को
stop,
भरोसा नहीं।
speak while you
लेकिन
move,
बलदेव प्यास लगी
because
है,
we."
मैं गिर जाऊंगी,
So
मूर्छित हो
she says
जाऊंगी।
that I may fall down, I'll
पर
become
भगवान तो भगवान है,
unconscious as I'm really
रुक्मणी को
thirsty.
प्यास
So
लगी
Lord is
चलते
Lord.
चलते, कंधे
So
पर रथ है, चल रहा है,
uh,
और चलते
Lord
चलते
is
भगवान
so
श्री
potent
कृष्ण
that
ने अपने
while
चरणों के
walking,
अंगूठे से ठोकर मारी
raw,
और जल पानी
his
को प्रकट कर दिया।
his own
और
thumb
जैसे ही पानी
of
निकला
feet,
तो
he
रथ को खींचते खींचते रुक्मणी मैया ने पी लिया।
manifested water, and that water
अब
Rukmini
रुक्मणी
ji
अंदर
drank
से चल
while
रहा है,
walking
रथ
as well.
रुका नहीं है,
So the
रथ
chariot
चल
is
रहा है।
still
चलते
moving.
चलते रुक्मणी मैया
So
ने
while
प्यास बुझाई।
walking, she drank this
दुर्वासा ऋषि
water,
का ऊपर होके देखा,
and Durvasa Muni saw
अरे तू
this.
कुछ भी करे, तेरा रथ
That
तो
what are
चल
they
रहा है,
doing?
लेकिन कुछ लोग प्यासे
Why
हुए
should
मर
you be
रहे हैं।
concerned? The
दुर्वासा मुनि
chariot
ने
is still
देखा,
moving. But Durvasa Muni
ये लोग
saw
तो जल
this,
पिया,
that they have
क्रोधित हो
drunk
गए।
the water. He became vexed.
बोले अतिथि को अपने घर पर
He
लेकर
said that
जा रहे हो
you are
और
taking
अतिथि
a
को भोजन कराए
guest
बिना
to
जल
your
पिए
home,
और
and
खुद स्वयं
without
जल
offering
पिए
any
हो।
food or water to him, you have
अब समझ
started
में देख
drinking
सकते
water
हैं
yourself.
ये कृष्ण
So
युधिष्ठिर को
you
क्या
can see
कह
in
रहे
the
हैं
verse,
कि जलम अर्थ यति बाला तृषया पीड़ितात्यलम। जब रुक्मणी को वो जल की प्यास लगी और उसने
when
थोड़ा सा
Rukmini
पानी पी
ji
लिया
was thirsty and she
तो
drank little
दुर्वासा ऋषि ने
water,
श्राप दे दिया
Durvasa Muni got so cross that he cursed
कि
them,
मुझे जल
that
पिलाए
you
बिना
haven't
तुम दोनों, मतलब कृष्ण
offered
को
me
देख रहे हैं
water,
रुक्मणी जल पी रही है,
but
मैं तुम्हें
she is
श्राप
drinking
देता
water.
हूं
I
कि
curse
तुम
you
दोनों का विरह होगा। एक,
that you two
और
should be
दूसरा,
separated. And
जहां से
second,
तुमने जल निकाला है
the
वो
place where
भूमि
the water
बंजर हो
you have been
जाएगी।
water, that land will become barren.
तो ये द्वारिका की घटना है, इसलिए आज भी
So
आप द्वारिका में
it is
जाते
in
हैं
Dwarika. That is why
तो
when you go to
द्वारिकाधीश
Dwarika,
मंदिर में केवल द्वारिकाधीश है, रुक्मणी मैया नहीं है।
there is
रुक्मणी जी
only
का मंदिर
Dwarikaधीश, Lord Shri
द्वारिकाधीश से
Krishna
दूर है।
in
श्री
in
कृष्ण
Dwarika,
और रुक्मणी दोनों
and
कृष्ण
Rukmani
भगवान
ji's
है
temple
ठीक,
is
लेकिन दोनों का मंदिर
lit
क्यों अलग है?
far away. They
दुर्वासा
are
ऋषि का
separated
श्राप है
because of Durvasa Muni's
और
curse,
वहां की कुछ भूमि बंजर हुई।
and some of the land
फिर तो
there
रुक्मणी
is
मैया
barren
ने
as well. So
तपस्या की और फिर
Rukmani ji
सब कुछ
performed
किया,
austerity,
लेकिन कुल मिलाकर
but in
ये घटना
essence,
भगवान श्री कृष्ण युधिष्ठिर
Lord
आदि
Shri
पांडवों को
Krishna
सुनाते हुए कहते हैं कि
tells
उस
the
रण भूमि
Pandavas
में जब
that
वो
in
कन्या
that
क्रंदन कर रही थी,
deep
कन्या
forest
मतलब
when she
द्रौपदी का
was
पूर्व
crying,
जन्म, पूर्व
that
जन्म की
is
द्रौपदी
the
कन्या
Draupadi of
क्रंदन कर रही
past
थी तो
life, when she
दुर्वासा
was
ऋषि
crying,
आए। दुर्वासा मुनि को देखकर
then
उस कन्या का
Durvasa
हृदय
Muni
टूट
came
गया
and
और दुर्वासा
she
ऋषि को दया आई।
bowed down at his lotus feet,
जैसे
and
वाल्मीकि ऋषि
he became
देवी सीता को अपने आश्रम में लेकर गए और उनकी सेवा की, पनाह दी,
merciful, and
उसी
as
खुशी प्रकट
Valmiki
की,
Rishi gave shelter to
दुर्वासा
Sita
ऋषि
Maya
भी
during her exile or
अपने आश्रम
separation
में
from
लेकर
Lord
आए।
Sri Ram, similarly,
कन्या ने बहुत सुंदर कहा,
Durvasa Muni
महाराज
brought this girl to his
मैं बहुत
hermitage.
दुखी,
So
मैं बहुत
she
तपती हूँ,
said that I
लेकिन
was
आपके
extremely
निज जन
sad,
सभागन को
and
आपका मिलना
to
बहुत
have
सौभाग्यपूर्ण
your
है।
audience is my
तो
great
वहां
fortune.
पर
It is
बोलते
mentioned
हैं
beautifully in
शब्द
this
स्वेह
verse.
पापे दुष्ट चेतसाम, हम लोग गृह रूपी, गृहस्थ रूपी अंधेरे कुएं में पतिताम गिरे हुए हैं।
We all have fallen in
ये
the
घर
dark,
गृहस्थी जो है ना,
deep
एक
well
अंधेरे
of
कुएं के समान,
material
पद्म पुराण में लिखा है
existence.
कि गृह अंध कूपे पतिताम
This
स्वेह,
home is,
ये गृहस्थ रूपी अंधेरे कुएं में हम लोग
or the
गिरे हुए
householder
हैं
life is
और
like a
उसमें न
deep,
चाहते
dark
हुए भी
well. And
पाप पे
although we
पाप
don't
करने पड़ते हैं।
want, but
कुछ ऐसे
still we
पाप
have to
गृहस्थ को न
commit
चाहते हुए
sins.
करने पड़ते हैं और कुछ गृहस्थ तो टाइम निकाल निकाल कर पाप करते
And
हैं।
some
मांस
people,
खाना, शराब पीना, नशा करना। दुष्ट चेतसाम,
do so many sinful activities, and our consciousness is contaminated and polluted. But such householder people, when receive sages and saints like you, and by just touching the lotus feet of such sages and saints, is equivalent to going to millions and billions of pilgrimages or holy places. So the arrival of a great sage or a saint at our home, and if we get touched, or if we touch the lotus feet, then that is equivalent to visiting millions and billions of holy places. So what shall we learn? That although we are living in a householder life, if we are unable to go to holy places, if we don't have that much time or capacity to visit the holy places, then if a sage or a saint visits us, then that also is equivalent to a holy place or dham coming to our home. Goswami Tulsidas ji, in the beginning of Ramayana itself, announces these sages and saints, and their association is like the crystal of the holy places, that is Prayagraj. And if you want to get purified in Prayagraj, you have to go near Prayagraj. But these sages and saints, they come to our home. So they are the epitome of holy places which walks, and they take the holy places in their heart with them. So this girl was telling about her fortune, and she venerated Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni said that your father was my friend. So I was actually going to Badrinath to have an audience with Nar Narayan and to perform austerity for Nar Narayan. But I saw you on my way. That is why I came here to my hermitage with you. Then that girl describes her distress.
दिशं प्रपश्यामि सा सा शून्या विभाति मे कोयपि पायसदृष्टि येन मे दुःख संशय येन मे दुःख संशय। हे महाराज,
Oh dear king, oh dear Muni, wherever I see, everywhere I find or see a vacuum. The distress or the sadness in my life, how can that be removed from my life? In my childhood, I lost my mother. I don't have any sibling. I just had one father. Now he also has left for the abode of the Lord. I am young and unmarried. I don't have a shelter of a husband as well. So wherever I see, I just see despondency. Okay, Durvasa Muni, please give me a solution to relief of this distress and sadness. Please be merciful and let me know how can I be relieved of these troubles. Then Durvasa Muni replies, he says, you want to get relieved of distress, then you should listen carefully. No matter what kind of distress you are facing or what kind of trouble you have, if you want to get relieved of the same, I'm telling you the solution. And what is that solution? Shrunu Sundari. Shrunu means to listen. Sundari is a beautiful lady, a woman. So if I also say that listen, then some people will say, we get it is difficult to listen. We get distressed by sitting and listen. We have to take time off to listen. Then he says, Yatnena. So even if we have to work a little, but still we should listen sometimes. You listen to the Bhagavatam, we have to sacrifice, and no matter how much we have to leave, but we should listen. So he says, listen, oh beautiful lady, I'm going to tell you a secret that I haven't revealed to anyone as yet. So, what kind of a great secret he's going to reveal that he hasn't told this to anyone so far, and I'm going to reveal it to you. Please listen carefully because you have so many great qualities. You are a modest, chaste woman. That is why I am telling you. And without wasting any time, Durvasa Rishi immediately told her the solution to her problem in the next verse.
भगे शुभ्रु हायने परमाद्भुत तृतीये सुभगे शुभ्रु हायने परमाद्भुत भविष्यति वरारोहे मासो वै पुरुषोत्तम मासो वै पुरुषोत्तम हे देवी हे कन्या तृतीय सुभगे शुभ्रु हायने परम अद्भुत आयन माने वर्ष
Ayan means verse or year, and Tritiya means the third year. So the third year, every so every 3 years, so every third year, Param Adbhutam, so a great amazing month comes. So every third year there is this amazing and it is approaching very soon. And what is that month? And that month is Purushottama. So in the 5th chapter of Padma Puran, Durvasa Muni says, every third year, this amazing pious month comes. And oh, chaste woman, if you follow the same, then you will be relieved of all the distresses immediately. So all the distresses that you're facing according to your providence or karma, you can be relieved of all of them
पुरुषोत्तम व्रत का पालन करो.
if you follow this
ये
Purushottam month.
पुरुषोत्तम मास बड़ा महिमावंत है.
So this Purushottam
दुर्वासा
month
ऋषि
is
ने
very
श्लोकों
glorious,
की जड़ी बरसा दी.
and he spoke
दुर्वासा
many
ऋषि कहते
verses
हैं ये वो
to
मास
reveal
है
the
जिसमें
glories of the same. He said
किसी तीर्थ में जाकर आप स्नान करो
that this
तो
is the
ब्रह्म हत्या
time
के
when
प्राप से मुक्त हो सकते हो.
if you go to a holy place
यद्यपि
and
ब्रह्म हत्या
take dip
वज्र के
in the
समान
holy
है,
waters,
इसका
then
कोई उपाय निकाल नहीं है.
you can be relieved of even
लेकिन
the
पुरुषोत्तम
sin
मास के
of
तीर्थ में स्नान
killing a
करने से
Brahmana, although
ब्रह्म
that
हत्या के
sin
पाप से मुक्त हो सकते हैं.
cannot be atoned, but
अन्य
you
वर्ग
can
में
get atoned in
पुरुषोत्तम मास के
by just
साधन
following
की
this.
कला के बराबर भी नहीं है.
So other months are
महीने
not
के 12
even
महीने
equivalent.
मिलकर भी
So all these
पुरुषोत्तम
12
मास के
months
बराबर नहीं कर
collectively
सकते.
cannot compare
यद्यपि ये
themselves to
मास
Purushottam
सभी
month.
महीनों का मुकुट
This
मणि है.
month is the
ये महीना
crystal of all the
भगवान
months,
विष्णु के नाम से
and
विख्यात है.
it is famous with the
क्या
name of Lord
देवी
Vishnu.
तुम जानती हो ना, एक बार मैंने
And what
उस
shall
अम्बरीश
more I
महाराज
add?
महाभागे
Once
महाराज अम्बरीश को मारने के लिए
I
कृत्य प्रकट
wanted
की थी.
to
कथा आप
kill
सब जानते
Ambarish
होंगे.
Maharaj, as you all are aware of that pastime.
एकादशी अम्बरीश महाराज
Ambarish
भूखे थे
Maharaj
और द्वादशी का
was
पारण कर
observing
रहे थे.
Ekadashi and wanted to
तब तक
do Parayan
दुर्वासा ऋषि आए.
or break his
कहा
fast
कि
on the next
मैं
day,
अपने शिष्यों
Dwadashi.
के साथ
And he
आऊंगा,
said that
मेरे लिए भोजन
Durvasa
बना
Rishi
देना.
came and he said that I will eat with my
दुर्वासा ऋषि
disciples, so
स्नान
please
करने
make
गए तो
arrangements for the
वापस
same.
आने में देरी
Durvasa
हुई.
Rishi went to take a bath
और यहाँ
and
पर
he got
पाठ का
delayed.
समय जाने
And
लगा.
here the time for breaking the fast
जब
was elapsing.
पारण
And
का
when
समय पारण भी समय से करें
and
तो
we should
पूर्ण फल
follow
मिलता
this
है.
Parayan time also
तब क्या
carefully,
करें?
then only we will get the benefits.
तो
So what
अन्य
shall we
ऋषि
do?
मुनियों से
They were
सलाह
thinking.
लेकर
So on the advice or
अम्बरीश
counsel of
महाराज ने
other sages and
भोजन
saints,
तो नहीं किया,
Ambarish Maharaj didn't eat
लेकिन जल
anything,
पी लिया.
but he just drank some
पता नहीं
water.
दुर्वासा ऋषि को पानी पीने वालों से क्या दुश्मनी
I don't
थी.
know what
वहाँ बेचारी रुक्मिणी ने जल पिया तो वहाँ शराब पी
trouble
ली.
Durvasa Rishi
इधर
had of
अम्बरीश
from
महाराज ने
people who
जल
drink
नहीं
water.
पिया.
So there Rukmini
अब
ji
अवसर
drank
देता हूँ
water,
कि एक गिलास
and
पानी पी लिया, उसमें दुर्वासा
here
ऋषि को
Ambarish
पानी
Maharaj drank
पसंद
water.
भी आ
So
गया.
if they had just
लेकिन साधु तो साधु
drunk
होते
a
हैं,
one glass of water, then how
वो रीजन
it can
खोजते हैं, कारण खोजते हैं
be
कि मैं
of
क्या करूं
any
जिससे ये
reason to
शराब
be
छोड़ दूं.
angry, but they find some reason
तो
or
दुर्वासा
other
ऋषि
to
को
get
क्रोध हुआ
vexed.
और
And
क्रोध
so
से
Durvasa
कृत्य
Rishi
प्रकट किया
became
अम्बरीश महाराज
angry,
को
and
मारने के
the
लिए.
Kritya was generated
लेकिन
to
अम्बरीश
kill
महाराज
Ambarish
भगवान के
Maharaj.
परम भक्त थे.
But he was a
उनकी
great
रक्षा
devotee
के
of
लिए
the Lord,
सुदर्शन चक्र तैयार था.
and to
गिर गया
protect him, the discus of the Lord
और
was
उसी वक्त
alert
क्या
and
हुआ, वो
ready.
सुदर्शन
And
चक्र प्रकट
as
हुआ,
this Kritya came,
हत्या
so
को
this
खत्म कर दिया.
discus arrived
और
and
अब
finished
अम्बरीश
or
महाराज के
destroyed
पीछे सुदर्शन चक्र दौड़ा.
his Kritya, and now this discus
अब ये
started
कथा
running towards
शुरू होती
Durvasa
है.
Rishi.
दुर्वासा ऋषि इस कन्या को सुनाते हुए कहते
So
हैं
Durvasa Rishi is
कि
sharing this pastime
भगवान
with
विष्णु का
this
सुदर्शन चक्र
girl,
मुझ दुर्वासा के
and
पीछे
he
एक
said that
वर्ष तक दौड़ा.
for whole 1 year, this discus of
अनुमान
Lord
से
Sri
निकालिए
Hari
कितना
was
तेज है.
following me. So imagine
बच्चा
what
जो
kind of
चक्र एक
potency
वर्ष तक
that
मेरा
discus
पीछा
had,
किया
and
और
it
फिर भी
followed
बचा
me
हूँ.
for 1 year, and
अम्बरीश
then
महाराज के पुण्य
it
के
so
प्रभाव
happened
से
on
वो
the
चक्र शांत हुआ,
basis of the
मेरा
piety
पीछा
of
छोड़ दिया.
Ambarish Maharaj,
वो तो
it became
खुश था
pacified
उस
and
अम्बरीश
stopped
महाराज
chasing
को.
me. So Ambarish Maharaj
लेकिन
was very, very
मेरा पीछा
merciful.
छोड़ा. लेकिन देवी तुम जानती हो
But are you
वो
aware
1 साल तक चक्र ने मेरा
that
पीछा किया था,
for 1 year
इसीलिए
it has
मेरी
closely
पीठ
followed
राख
me?
हो गई.
Therefore, my
अब कहते
back
हैं
became
सूर्य में कितना
burnt.
तेज है.
Imagine how much
यद्यपि
potency a
पृथ्वी से
sun has.
बहुत दूर है
Although
सूर्य,
he is so
लेकिन
far
फिर भी
from
जब
Mother
आकाश
Earth,
में चढ़ता है
yet when
तो
he is
कितना
shining
सुंदर
bright,
पृथ्वी को तप्त कर देता है.
how it warms
ऐसे
or
करोड़ों
heats the
करोड़ों
Mother
सूर्य
Earth.
हैं,
Similarly,
जितना तेज है उतना
the
भगवान के
potency of
सुदर्शन
millions
चक्र
and
में है.
millions of
और
suns
वो सुदर्शन
is
चक्र
in
5
the
फीट
discus
पीछे
of
से
the Lord,
दुर्वासा का
and
पीछा कर रहा
to
है
5
1 साल
feet
तक.
behind it has
तो
kept
दुर्वासा
on
ऋषि
following
कैसे
Durvasa
बचा, आप सब
Muni.
जानते हैं क्या
So
हुआ
you can
होगा.
just imagine what would have
बोले
happened
प्रसंग तो
to the
पूरा हो
sage.
गया. ये कथा
So
व्यास भी
he
जय
said that
जयकार करके घर पर
So this secret
क्योंकि
was
ये
not
भजन कर
revealed.
गई,
My
मुझे
back
बहुत
was
कष्ट हो रहा था,
burned. I was in so
और
much
उस
pain
समय
and distress, and at that
पुरुषोत्तम
time,
मास के प्रभाव से ही
by
मैं
the
उस
potency
कष्ट
of
के
this
तेज के
Purushottam
प्रभाव
month,
से मुक्त हुआ।
I got relieved of this
तो
distress.
मुझे भी पुरुषोत्तम मास का अनुभव हो चुका है।
So I have experienced
इसलिए
first
गुरुदेव
hand
कंक्लूजन
of this
देते हुए
Purushottam
कहते हैं,
month's
तस्मात् therefore,
propensity
इसलिए
or
भजन ते
potencies.
शृणोति,
Therefore,
इसलिए तुम भजन करो, भक्ति
you
करो,
should
किससे?
perform devotional
श्रीमती प्रभु
service.
पुरुषोत्तमम, इस पुरुषोत्तम मास का तुम
So
भजन
that
करो, या इस पुरुषोत्तम मास में
so
तुम विशेष
you
भक्ति करो।
should perform devotional service in this
यस्मिन्
Purushottam
विहाय
month.
व्रता शश्वत सौख्यम सागर गामिना, इस पुरुषोत्तम मास में
So in
यदि
this
व्रता
Purushottam month,
पुरुषोत्तम व्रत कोई करता है,
if
तो
someone follows
सौख्य
this Purushottam
सागर
month,
गामिन, सुख रूपी सागर में वो विचरण
then
करता है,
he
यदि
will
इस पुरुषोत्तम मास में भजन
enjoy
करता है।
in the bliss of
और इतना ही नहीं,
happiness. And
तत्सागर
not only that,
सरसराणि निरस्य त्वं द्विजात्मने, अन्य सहस्त्र सहस्त्र दूसरे साधनों को छोड़कर
so we should
द्विजात्म
leave behind
कन्या
other
द्विज
instruments.
भाति
Oh,
तजे, द्विज
daughter of
धर्म
the
जान,
great
हे ब्राह्मण
sage,
बेटी, हे ब्राह्मण कन्या, अन्य सहस्त्र साधन,
so
इसका
all
मतलब अपने
thousands
दुखों से
other
मुक्त होने के
ways.
लिए वो कन्या कुछ
So,
ना कुछ तो कर रही होगी,
so she
लेकिन
might be
राजा ने कहा कि
following
सब कुछ
some
छोड़कर
principles,
ये
but Durvasa Muni said
पुरुषोत्तम
that you should
व्रत
leave
का पालन
everything,
करो।
but you should just follow this
लेकिन
Purushottam
अब जो
month.
शब्द आ रहा है ना,
And now the word that is coming
केवलम
is
हरि
beautiful.
नामानम मासम तिष्ठत्व सर्वथा, तुम केवल
You
मात्र और
should
मात्र हरि
only and
नामानम
only
मासम,
Hari
ये हरि
Namanam
नाम,
Masam.
हरि हरि नाम का जो मास है उसका
So
पालन
this
करो।
month of Lord Hari, you should follow it.
तो पुरुषोत्तम मास का और एक नाम है हरि
So
नाम मास,
it is
ये
also
दुर्वासा ऋषि ने
addresses
दिया है।
Harinam Mas, which is
देखो
named by none
ये
other than
बात
Durvasa
कितनी अच्छी
Muni.
बात, आप किसी को भी सुनाओगे ना तो बिल्कुल
If you
नया
share it with,
लगेगा।
it will be
मल मास तो कहते हैं,
new.
अधिक
People
मास भी
call it
कहते हैं,
Malmas, Adik
पुरुषोत्तम
Mas,
मास भी कहते हैं,
Purushottam Mas
लेकिन
also.
दुर्वासा ऋषि
But
क्या कहते हैं?
Harina,
हरि
but Durvasa
नाम
Rishi
मासम,
addresses it as
ये हरि
Harinam
नाम मास है,
Masam,
क्योंकि ये पुरुषोत्तम हरि का नाम है।
because this
तो हरि
Purushottam is
नामानम
Lord
मासम,
Hari's name,
हरि नाम का ये मास है, इसलिए तुम
and
इस पुरुषोत्तम मास का पालन करो।
therefore you should follow this
अब
Purushottam
इतने
month
से तो काम
closely.
बन जाना चाहिए,
So
लेकिन
this
ध्यान
will be
से अब ये
sufficient.
सुनिए,
But where
जब
did
दुर्वासा ऋषि ने
the
बड़े भाव से प्रेम से
fault or
उस
error
कन्या के दुख
occurred?
दूर करने का
Listen
उपाय
carefully.
बताया,
So when he gave
उस
her the
कन्या
solution
को
to get relief,
दुर्वासा ऋषि के
then
वचन पर विश्वास नहीं हुआ।
she was not,
उस कन्या ने
she
दुर्वासा
didn't
ऋषि
have
की बात
faith
को
on the
नहीं
word
माना।
of Durvasa Muni.
उस कन्या ने कहा, महाराज मैं दुखी हूँ, मैं
So
रो रही
this
हूँ,
girl said
इसका
that I
अर्थ नहीं
am
कि आप कुछ भी
crying.
बोलते जाओ, कुछ
So
भी मुझे
does it
सुनाते जाओ।
doesn't make any
महाराज
sense that you
आपसे
can say
ये
anything to
एक्सपेक्टेशन
me?
मैंने नहीं रखी थी, आपसे ये आशा मैंने नहीं रखी
I
थी,
didn't
इसी
expected
एक
this from
महीने के
you.
बारे में इतना बढ़ा चढ़ाकर बोल
You
दिया।
have just
ये
spoken
वो कन्या कहती, आप पुरुषोत्तम
in
मास
so
के
much
बारे में इतना
exaggeration
बढ़ा
about this
चढ़ाकर
month
बोलते हो कि अन्य जितने भी महीने उससे महान
that
है ये
all
वो,
other
इसका मतलब
months
कार्तिक
are
महीने की
nothing
कोई महिमा
as
नहीं,
compared to Purushottam month.
माघ
So that
मास की कोई
implies that
महिमा नहीं,
Kartik
चैत्र मास
month
की कोई
does
महिमा
or
नहीं।
Megh mas or Chaitra
तो
mas
क्या वेद और
month
शास्त्र में
don't
जो
have
लिखा है सब
any
गलत है?
potency, and whatever
कार्तिक
is
मास
mentioned
में
in
लिखा है
Vedas
गलत,
and
चैत्र मास
Shastras,
में,
Vedic
माघ मास
scriptures
में
is
गलत है।
wrong, because
मुनिवर
there
आप तो
we have
शास्त्रों का
the
तिरस्कार कर रहे हो। आपके द्वारा ये अन्य देवी देवता और अन्य साधनों की
all these the criticism of other demigods and the months, and
ये
to
मैंने
glorify
विश्वास नहीं
this
किया।
month I didn't expected this from you.
इस प्रकार से दुर्वासा ऋषि ने बेचारे ने बड़े भाव और
So
प्रेम से इसको बताया,
Durvasa Rishi
और
had
इस
told
कन्या
with
को
so much love
विश्वास
and
नहीं हुआ।
affection,
आप बताइए
but she couldn't
दुर्वासा ऋषि की
believe
कितनी
the word
समझ
of
है ये
Durvasa
बात
Muni.
में, ये कैसा
Imagine how
व्यक्ति
much
होने वाला
Durvasa
लगता है।
Muni would have lost his
क्रोध
mind.
आया
And
तो क्रोध के मारे लाल लाल
we
नेत्र
all
लिए
know that how easily he becomes
लेकिन
agitated,
दुर्वासा
and
ऋषि
he
ने
got
कहा
so irritated and he
कि
became reddened with anger. He said that
ये
you are
बात
my
अगर मैं तेरे
friend's
पर
daughter,
क्रोध नहीं कर रहा तो
therefore
श्राप
I
नहीं
don't
दे रहा
want to be angry or
और
curse
यदि
you,
तुझे श्राप दूं तो
because if
मुझे
I curse
मित्रद्रोह
you,
का
then
मित्रद्रोह का दोष लगेगा
I will
और
get
तू
an
इतना
offense of
दुखी है
offending
गरीब
my
है
friend, and
शराब
you
पी के
already
मरा
are
है
half
तो
dead.
उसको क्या मारूं हैं?
How can I kill
इसके
a
अलावा
half
और
dead
कोई
person by
होता
cursing them?
तो आज
Had there
हंता
been
था
someone
शराब
else,
पीता
then they wouldn't have existed anymore.
दुर्वासा ऋषि क्रोध में भी नीति बहुत अच्छी बोल गए
So
क्रोध
even
में
when
आकर
he was
के उन्होंने
angry,
वो नीति
he
बोले
spoke the
भाग्यहीन
word
मनुष्य को उपदेश देना व्यर्थ है तुम जाओ यहां से या मैं यहां से चला जाता हूं हे कन्या तेरा भाग्य ही फूटा हुआ है तुम जैसे भाग्यहीन मनुष्य को उपदेश देना व्यर्थ है वो अनेकों नीति बताते हैं जैसे मरने वाले को औषधि पिलाना व्यर्थ है जिसका मरण निकट आ चुका है
so a person who is already on the deathbed, if we give them medicine, no matter how much medicine we
सोना
give them,
मिक्सर में डालकर उसको
even
पानी
if we
बनाकर भी पिला दो जे
give
मरा
them
मनुष्य
the
है
gold dust,
जो मरण आसन पर है उसको कितनी भी बड़ी
that
औषधि दे
person
दो
will not be
जैसे
benefited.
मरने वाले को औषधि पिलाना व्यर्थ है वैसे भाग्यहीन मनुष्य को उपदेश देना व्यर्थ है
That similarly,
जैसे
it
अंधे
is
के सामने
futile
मिरर
to give
दिखाना अंधे को दर्पण
counsel
दिखाना
to
व्यर्थ है
an
उसी
unfortunate
तरह
person,
जैसी को ये सब
as
उपदेश सुनाना
to show
व्यर्थ है
mirror to a blind person is also
जैसे मूर्ख
useless,
आदमी को बुद्धि
as a
सर्विसिंग
foolish
करना
person
व्यर्थ है मूर्ख को पुस्तक अब कोई किसी मूर्ख को पुस्तक
to
दे दो
give a
तो
book
क्या
to
काम
a foolish person is worthless,
वैसे तुम जैसों को
because
खोजना
how is
व्यर्थ है
it's going to work for them.
जैसे मरु
So
देश में
similarly,
कुएं
it
को
is
खोदना व्यर्थ
like
है
giving advice to you,
मरु
as
देश
it
में
is
कुआं खोदे तो कहाँ जल मिलने वाला
futile
वैसे
to
मूर्ख भाग्यहीन को उपदेश देना व्यर्थ है
make a well in
जैसे सागर में वर्षा होना
a
व्यर्थ
drought
है
land. So
जैसे कृतज्ञ के साथ मित्रता
to
कृतज्ञ के
have a
ऊपर
friendship
कृपा करना व्यर्थ है
or to be merciful on
जैसे
a
दुर्जन
person
के साथ सदाचार करना व्यर्थ है
who
वैसे
is a
तुमको
kritkin
उपदेश
or
देना व्यर्थ है
selfish. Similarly, it is futile to give advice or counsel to you.
अब तेरे मन में जो आए तू वो कर
So, whatever you
मैं
want to
तुझे
do,
कुछ
you can
कहने
do.
वाला नहीं हूँ
I don't want
लेकिन
to
अंत
add
में वे
anything
कहते हैं
further,
कि
but
विष्णु
in the end,
श्रेयस्य
he says,
मासस्य तूने विष्णु के महीने का इस पुरुषोत्तम महीने का
you have
अनादर कृतः अनादर किया
disrespected
है
this holy month of Lord Sri
हे
Vishnu.
कन्या तूने इस
Oh,
विष्णु मास भगवान विष्णु जिसके स्वामी हैं
girl,
उस
you
पुरुषोत्तम मास का अनादर
you
किया
have
है
disrespected
इसलिए
this Purushottam,
सर्वथा
whose
तत्फलितं
presiding
लभ्यम
deity is Lord Vishnu
इसलिए तुझे
himself.
इसका फल मिलेगा
Therefore,
आज
you
नहीं
will
तो आने
get the
वाले
benefit
जन्म में
or
इह
fruit of this.
इह माने इस
If
जन्म
not in
में
this life,
वह
then not
पर
in
जन्म
your
में या
next
फिर
life.
आने वाले जन्म में इस पुरुषोत्तम मास के तिरस्कार करने का अनादर करने का दंड अवश्य मिलेगा तेरे पिताजी मेरे मित्र हैं इसलिए
Your
मुझे
father is my friend.
कहना नहीं है
Therefore,
श्राप
I don't
देना नहीं
want
है
to curse
लेकिन
you
हाँ
or scold you, but
दंड तो तुझे अवश्य मिलेगा
you will be
इतना
punished
कहकर
for
दुर्वासा ऋषि
this,
बद्रीनाथ में चले गए
whatever you have done. And after saying this, he
वहां
went to
नर
Badri
नारायण का दर्शन करने चले गए
to
और वहां
have an
उन्होंने
audience with
तपस्या प्रारंभ
Narnarayan,
किए
and he
लेकिन
started performing his
दुर्वासा ऋषि
austerity.
के जाने के बाद
But after
उस
Durvasa
कन्या ने
Muni
वहां
left,
पर क्या किया
what did this girl do?
ये बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण पाठ है
That is a very
दुर्वासा जी के
important
जाने के
part
बाद
if this
कन्या ने क्या
pastime.
किया
So what did
इति
she
श्री
do?
पद्म पुराणे पुरुषोत्तम महात्म्ये दुर्वासा ऋषि पुत्र्या सह संवादो नाम पंचमो अध्याय समाप्त
So on this note,
बिल्कुल
Vedvyas
पोस्ट
ji
पर
had
जाकर वेद व्यास जी ने
concluded this
समाप्त किया
chapter.
सो ये पुरुषोत्तम मास महात्म्य के सत्य सत्यनारायण कथा संभળાવવા वाला जो आ રીતે कथा संभળાવે ने
So if
तो कोई
the
माताओं सूए नहीं
if
सो
Satyanarayan
सो इस प्रकार
Swami's
से
katha is spoken in this manner, then
पंचम
nobody
अध्याय
will
की
sleep.
समाप्ति करते हैं
So this is how the 5th chapter of Padma Puran is concluded.
श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री द्वारिकाधीश की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। तो इस पावन पुरुषोत्तम मास में पुरुषोत्तम व्रत कथा
So in this pious Purushottam month, it is glorious to listen to the glories of this Purushottam month, and along with that, it's glorious to sing the Ashtakam. I'm seeing that everybody is listening to Ashtakam while sitting, but if you stand, dance, and sing, then you will enjoy it more.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopi Chit Chora Prabhu, Jaya Jaya माखन चोर, जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, बाल कृष्ण लाल की, जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा अनुरागी,
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the mellowful devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the devotees attendees. I extend my warm welcome and gratitude to the loving devotees, the senior devotees who have decorated this beautiful assembly. I also welcome you all who have joined through the medium of electronic devices or medium, Facebook, YouTube, Govind TV, etc. That is all the listeners, devotees, and the organizers of this beautiful Katha, the whole Garg family. If we remember their ancestors, Sri Sadhuram Gargji, Ratiram Gargji, and Padmavati Mataji, and their all sons who all are listening. Satish ji, Sunita Mataji, Pavan ji, Anil ji, Anshu Mataji, Ashok ji, and Nidhi Mata. And their 3 daughters are also present who have joined Katha: Premlata Mataji, Saroj ji, Neelam ji, and all the children of this beautiful family. Anil Bhai's daughter, Anisha, and Abhishek, and their son, Avyan. Birthday is today. Where is he today? Yesterday he was playing. So, the people who are born in this family, they're fortunate. Then only they get birth in such a beautiful family. They are already blessed. But although, because I'm elder in his than his age, and as I'm sitting on this Vyas Panch, I would request the Lord that this child should progress in his life and serve his parents and eliminates the name of his family and society and performs pure devotional service towards Lord Sri Krishna. He dances a lot during the Katha.
आइए आज पर्पल
So today
सब लोग पर्पल
we
कलर
all are wearing purple color.
आप जानते हैं कलर तो
Are you
बहुत
aware?
सारे हैं
There's so many
लेकिन
colors,
सभी कलरों में सबसे
but of
महंगा
all
कलर जो
other
है
colors, the most
वो
expensive
पर्पल कलर माना गया
is
है
purple color.
विदेशों में पाश्चात्य देशों में
In Western countries
पहले के जमाने में आजकल तो सब
or
कॉमन हो गया
previously, today
पहले
everything
के
is
जमाने
common,
में
but
जो
earlier
राज
days,
परिवार होता था
all the royal
वही
families
पर्पल कलर ये
used
पर्पल
to
कपड़े
wear this purple
धारण
color,
कर सकते थे
and they were only allowed to wear the same.
हमारे जो 7 चक्र है
The
उस
7
7 चक्र का
chakras
रंग भी पर्पल है
are also of purple hue,
और इस रंग से अध्यात्म जगत बहुत करीब से
and
जुड़ा हुआ है
the spiritual
बहुत
world is very well
प्रभावजनक है
connected.
उनका रंग भी पर्पल है और जब आगे इतिहास लिखा जाएगा
And when the
तो
history will be
कहेंगे
written,
गर्ग परिवार की
then it will be
कथा में
mentioned that the
5वें
Garg
दिन में भी
family
श्रोताओं ने
Katha, fifth
पर्पल
day, all the
पहना था
listeners were wearing purple.
નહીં આવે ચોપડીઓમાં આપણું આવશે ને કાંઈક તો આવશે કોઈક તો લખશે હે?
So it
कुछ
will
लोग तो
come in the
लिखेंगे
books.
अपने बारे
Someone
में
will write.
अच्छा या बुरा सो आइए यह एक रंग के वस्त्र पहनकर
So by
हम
just wearing
एकता
same color, we
और एक भावना को व्यक्त करते
signify
हुए
our
कथा विषय की ओर आगे
unity.
बढ़े
And let's move towards the topic of the
भगवान श्री
Katha,
कृष्ण
Lord Sri
नामकरण लीला
Krishna's naming ceremony pastime.
श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं
Shri
श्री
Shukdev
सुख
Goswami
उवाच
recites,
गर्गः पुरोहितो राजन् यदूनां सुमहातपः व्रजं जगामनन्दस्य व्रजं जगामनन्दस्य वसुदेव प्रचोदितः वसुदेव प्रचोदितः सो कल हमने सुना कि किस प्रकार श्री
so
सुखदेव
yesterday we heard that how Shukdev Goswami describes that Gargacharya is
और किसके पुरोहित
the
हैं
family king or priest
यादवों के पुरोहित हैं
of whom? The
और
Yadu
गर्गाचार्य
Vansh
का
or
परिचय
Yadu clan. And he is introduced in one word,
सुमहातपा,
Sumahatapa,
जिन्होंने अपने जीवन में
who
बहुत
in
तप
his
किया
life had performed
ऐसे
great
गर्गाचार्य
austerity, such Garg
अब
Muni
दूसरी
or
लाइन में आगे
Gargacharya.
बढ़े
And
ऐसे
the second line, if we
गर्गाचार्य ने
move
क्या
forward,
किया
so
व्रजम
what did he do?
जगाम
Vrajam Jagama.
व्रजम जगाम माने व्रज में गए व्रज में आए
So he came to Vraja.
सो गर्गाचार्य कहाँ आए ब्रज
So
में
where did he
आए
arrive? He came to Vraj.
किस व्रज में आए
And which
क्या
Vraj?
महिमा है
Vraj is
गर्गाचार्य का
glorious.
ब्रज में आना इसका अर्थ
Gargacharya's arrival in Vraja
कि गर्ग एक
denotes or
आचार्य है
signifies, implies that
और
Garg is an
आचार्य अपने
acharya
आचरण से सिखाता है
and he teaches by his own
गर्गाचार्य
behavior.
स्वयं आचरण कर रहे हैं ब्रज
So he
में
himself
जगाम
is
ब्रज में पहुंचे ब्रज में गए इसका अर्थ यह है कि
to
हम
Vraja.
सबको जीवन में जब भी समय
So
मिले तो
it
ब्रज में
implies that
जाना
whenever
चाहिए
we get time and opportunity, we all should
है?
go to
अगर
Vraj.
समय न मिले तो समय
And
निकाल
if
लेना
we
चाहिए
don't get
ऐसे
time,
ही
then
रह
we should
जाएंगे
take time out.
घर में
We will
बैठे बैठे
otherwise
थक
die
जाएंगे
sitting
उससे
at
अच्छा
home.
है समय निकालो बहुत पैसे
So
कमाएंगे
we
जीवन
should
में
take time out
थोड़े
and
टिकट विकेट में खर्च करके निकलो
take
ब्रज में
go to Vraja. So you should, you
सो
have earned so much opulence and wealth,
ब्रज
you
की
should
महिमा
spend it
माने
to
ब्रज का
visit
तो
Vraja.
पिछले 1 महीने कथा हुई पिछले
So we
2
have
दिनों से
already
हम ब्रज मंडल परिक्रमा कर
sung
रहे
the
हैं
glories of Vraja. Since last 2 years we are doing the parikrama of Vraja. But if in one word I have to say
का अर्थ है
or glorify Vraja, then it means
इति व्रजः
Vraja.
नंद बाबा व्रज में जगह में व्रज में गए हैं तो
So
व्रज की
Nand Baba has gone to Vraja.
व्रज का अर्थ
Vraja Gachati.
चलना
Gachati means to walk.
व्रज माने चलना व्रजति
The
गच्छति
Vraj is to walk.
ये व्रज जो है ना चलता है भले हमको दिखाई नहीं
So
देता
it walks, although we won't be able to see. What does it imply? That no matter wherever you go and perform devotional service, you will have to work on your own. But if you go to Vraja, then you need not to walk. The Vraj itself walks.
व्रज को छोड़कर अन्य कहीं भी भजन करो
And
तो आपको
if we
भजन है
go somewhere other place
लेकिन सब
and
कुछ
perform
छोड़कर
devotional
भजन
service, we will have to work hard. But if we go to Vraja, you need not to work hard because Vraja will walk on your behalf. You will say how? So if you fly or you go through the trains whenever you want to walk, so there are one staircases and the other is escalator. So you just stand there on that step and it automatically takes you up. And there is one other, you have to take your luggage and walk and you will sweat. You will become breathless. But there is another escalator that even if you stand there, it moves ahead and you need not to walk. So Vraja Gachati. So Vraja is the one who moves on its own. So if you reach Vraja, then without even performing devotional service, you can reach the eternal abode of the Lord. Our Guru Maharaj used to say, even if you sleep in Vraja, that also is a devotional service. If you sleep in any other place, it's better to sleep in Vraja. Because even if you just stand on this escalator, it will make you reach in 2-3 minutes. But in the staircases, if you stand, you will keep on standing there. So Vrajam Gachati, which walks or moves. So that doesn't imply that we should go there and sleep. It implies that even by sleeping we get benefited. So if we perform or practice devotional service there, then how much beneficial it will be. Some people walk on this accelerator as well. So the accelerator is moving and they're moving. So how fast they will become, they will move. So if you perform or practice devotional services there, then you will speedify the process. So Gargacharya goes to this Vraja. And while singing the glories of Vraja, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes in Chaitanya Charitamritam,
Krishna Sarveshwarya Prakashe Purnatama Vraje Krishna Sarveshwarya Prakashe Purnatama Puri Dvaye Paravyome पूर्णतर पूर्ण टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट हैं लेकिन ब्रज की जबरदस्त महिमा है.
This is technical, but it is glorious.
सर्वेश्वरीय प्रकाशे पूर्णतम भगवान श्री कृष्ण
Lord Sri Krishna, whole opulence and whatever energy and opulence he has, he uses in Vraja.
पूरी द्वये, दो पूरी है,
Otherwise,
मथुरा पूरी,
there are
एक
two puris, that
द्वारिका
is
पूरी।
Mathura Puri and
तो आप
Dwarika
दूसरी
Puri.
लाइन में देखो, पूरी द्वये, दो पूरी, पानी पूरी और भेल पूरी नहीं, मथुरा पूरी और
So Mathura
द्वारिका
Puri and
तो
Dwarika
मथुरा
Puri.
में भगवान श्री कृष्ण
So
पूर्ण
in
द्रव्य
Mathura,
है,
Lord Krishna doesn't
और
manifest
द्वारिका में इतने पूर्ण है कि
completely.
द्रव्यों माने
He is
वैकुंठ में
not
तो
fully
उत्तरे है,
complete
जितने
in
पूर्ण
Dwarika.
में कृष्ण
He is not
खोए
as
हुए
much
हैं,
complete in
खिले हुए हैं,
Vaikuntha as he blossoms in
है ना।
Vaik
आदमी बत्ती
the
खिलता है तो कहीं जगह
Vrindavan
कम खिलता है,
or
कहीं
Vraja.
ज्यादा खिलता है, कृष्ण ब्रज में टोटल खिल जाता है,
So
बाकी
he
सब जगह वो थोड़ी
blossoms
सी वरीयता,
completely.
थोड़ा सा
But
है ना,
in other
वो
places, he
दिखता
has
है।
some modesty. He hides
जैसे
some
तीन
of
है,
his
पूर्ण,
opulence.
पूर्ण, पूर्णतर और पूर्णतम। वैकुंठ में भगवान श्री
So
कृष्ण
in
पूर्ण रूप से
Vaikuntha,
रहते हैं,
he resides
बड़ा
completely.
टेक्निकल सैद्धांतिक सब्जेक्ट
It
है।
is a very technical
वैकुंठ में
subject.
कृष्ण
In
पूर्ण
Vaikuntha,
रूप में,
Krishna is in
उससे ऊपर
complete form.
मथुरा
And
और द्वारिका में कृष्ण पूर्णतर है।
in
वैकुंठ में
Mathura
कृष्ण
and Dwarika,
मथुरा द्वारिका में
he is.
पूर्णतर, लेकिन ब्रज वृंदावन में पूर्णतम।
So if we compare
स्थिर
in the,
ब्रजे
so
कृष्ण
in
सर्वेश्वरे प्रकाशे
in
पूर्णतम।
in Vaikuntha, he
ब्रज में
is
भगवान
in
श्री
the
कृष्ण
first
अपना
superlative form,
पूर्ण नहीं, पूर्णतर
then the
रूप में
second
वहां
degree, and
प्रकाश करते हैं।
in the Puris, that is Dwarika and Mathura
सो
Puri, and
कृष्ण को
he
पूर्णतर
resides
रूप से जानना
completely
है,
or
उस
completely,
खिले हुए
fully
कृष्ण का अनुभव करना
in the
है,
superlative
तो
form
ब्रज में
in
जाना होगा।
Vraja. So if we want to experience
अच्छा, मुझे आपसे ये
Krishna,
बताइए,
then we
भगवत
have to
गीता
go
का
to Vraja.
सार क्या है?
So what is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? Please let me know.
भगवत गीता का सार क्या है? वैसे दुनिया वाले तो क्या कहते हैं, गीता
So
सार,
people say Gita
ग्राहक
Sar.
हमारा, हाँ, दुकान हमारा मंदिर है, ग्राहक हमारे भगवान है, हैं? और ग्राहकों को 5 रुपये का माल 10 में दे
So
देना, ये हमारी भक्ति
they
है।
say that
सार है, ये गीता सार है। कहाँ गीता में ऐसा
they
लिखा
make
है?
their own concoction of
भगवत गीता का सार
Bhagavad
क्या है,
Gita.
आपको पूछा
What does
जाए
Bhagavad Gita
तो भगवत
says
गीता
or
का सार
concludes? What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita?
18वें अध्याय के
In the
66वें
18th
श्लोक में
chapter,
भगवान
66th
श्री
verse,
कृष्ण क्या कहते हैं?
Lord Shri Krishna says,
सर्व धर्मान परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणम, शरणम, शरणम व्रज। हमारे रसिक संतों ने इस
so
श्लोक
our mellowful devotees have,
यद्यपि कृष्ण
or scholars have
कुरुक्षेत्र के
interpreted that
रणांगन में खड़े हैं,
if Krishna is standing in the
महाभारत के
battlefield of
कुरुक्षेत्र में
Kurukshetra,
खड़े रहकर अर्जुन को गीता
and
सुना रहे हैं,
while he's speaking
लेकिन
this
कृष्ण
Gita to
कुरुक्षेत्र में
Arjuna,
गीता सुनाते हुए भी प्रचार किसका कर
but
रहे हैं?
still,
ब्रज
whom
का।
is he preaching? He's
हे
glorifying Vraja.
अर्जुन,
That,
सर्वधर्मान
oh
परित्यज्य,
Arjuna,
सारे
you
छोटे
should
छोटे
leave
कर्तव्य
all types of
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को छोड़कर माम
responsibilities
एकम
and
शरणम,
principles of
मेरी
religiosity.
अकेले की
You
शरण
should
ग्रहण
just
करो।
take my
कहाँ?
shelter.
ब्रजम,
And where? In
माम
Vrajam.
एकम शरणम ब्रजम, ब्रज। सो भगवत गीता में भी भगवान श्री
So
कृष्ण
in Bhagavad
गीता
Gita,
सार के रूप में
Lord Shri Krishna, in
ब्रज का
the
सार
essence of
बताते
Bhagavad
हैं।
Gita, glorifies
ब्रज
Vraja.
एक ऐसा स्थान,
It is
यदि
such a
आपने
place
बनवास कर लिया
that if you
तो राज्य
reside
कोई
there,
भी तीर्थ न करो, फिर भी
then
चलेगा,
even if you don't perform
ब्रजाचार्य
any
ब्रजम
pilgrimage,
जगाम।
then also you
आचार्य
will
ब्रज
get the
में
benefit.
विराजमान है, ब्रज में गए, क्योंकि ब्रज में सारे तीर्थ रहते हैं।
So the Garg
और
Acharya
आपको
is
ध्यान
very
रखना है
intelligent. That is why
कि जब
he
भगवान
has
श्री
gone to
कृष्ण ने
Vraja,
वत्सासुर का
because
वध किया,
it is equivalent to going to
कंस
all the other
दरबार में क्या
pilgrimages. So
हुआ?
there is a
एक असुर
pastime that there was a demon
जिसका नाम था
which was sent by
वत्सासुर,
Kansa, whose name was
वो
Vaktasur,
एक गाय का बछड़ा बनकर
who
कृष्ण के
came
पास
as
आ
a
गया
calf, and he
कि अगर
joined
मौका पाकर
Krishna's
कृष्ण को मारना चाहता
cowherd
था
boys and girls, and
तो
he
कंस
wanted to get an opportunity to kill Lord
उस
Shri
बछड़े
Krishna.
को मार
But
दिया,
Lord Shri Krishna
और उसी
killed,
दिन राधा रानी को मिलना था।
and the same time he had
तो
to
वो
meet
वत्सासुर मारण लीला करके राधा रानी के
Radharani.
राधा को
After
पता चला
killing this
कि राधा ने
Vaktasur,
कहा आज के बाद
sh-
हमसे मिलना मत,
she
आज के
he
बाद
went to
हमारी
meet
इच्छा
Radharani.
खत्म,
Radharani said that from today we have no relationship. Don't ever come to meet me again. So she says that you have killed two people. Krishna says, I haven't killed two people. I have just killed a demon who came in the form of a calf. So she said that you have killed a cow. So you have incurred the sin of killing a cow. So there might be some atonement, Krishna asked, because any sin can be atoned. So what is the punishment or atonement that we can perform? So she says that if you go to the pilgrimage on all the holy places, then you can atone your sins, absolve your sins. So if Krishna goes on pilgrimage, then it will take many, many years, and he wants to meet Radharani and perform his pastime. So Krishna played his beautiful flute, and all these holy places came in their personal forms, and he circumvallated all of them and told Radharani that all these holy places are here, and I have done the pilgrimage, so now I have atoned my sin. So Srimati Radharani said that, yeah, it's done. So all those men came, he said them to leave. So they all said that now that we have reached Braj, we don't want to go back. So they all came to Vraja. So Krishna said that how will this world work? You have to benefit the society. We don't want to go because you are here in your superlative form. Who will leave such a complete Lord? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna says, I promise you all, now you live once in 12 months. In Kartik month, you can come here. So you can reside for 11 months in your places, and for 1 month in Kartik, you can come here. And all the holy places agreed on that, and they all went to their places. And in Kartik month, they all come to Vraja. That is why it is said, if you live or reside in Kashi for billions of years, or in Ayodhya in billions of years, but if you just reside in Vraja for only a moment or the blinking of an eye, if you reside for that moment in Vraja, you will get the benefit of visiting all the holy places. And we all are Vaishnavas, and we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas especially, and we follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whoever met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whether Roop, Sanatan, Gopal Bhatt, Raghunath Das, they all were sent to Braja by him. And for us Vaishnavas, we have faith in the Braja, and we should have. So if I remember Narottam Das Thakur, he recites,
कवे शुद्ध बेमन विषय छाड़िया कवे शुद्ध बेमन कबे हम है रीबो श्री वृंदावन कबे हम हेरी बो श्री वृंदावन गौरांग बलिते हबे पुलक शरीर हरि हरि बोलीते नयने बहनी। तो इस प्रकार ब्रज की बड़ी महिमा है।
so in this manner, Braja is glorious. It has many, many glories. Our scholars have requested that when will I leave or reside in Braja? When will I live in Braja?
गर्ग मुनि गर्ग
So such
आचार्य
Garg Muni or
ब्रजम
Garg
जगाम,
Acharya,
दूसरी लाइन में
Vrajam Jagama,
ब्रज में गए।
went
अब
to
ब्रज भी
Braja.
कोई छोटा नहीं है,
So Vraja also
ब्रज
is
बहुत
not
बड़ा है।
small, he
आप
is
जानते हैं
huge. Are you
ब्रज
aware?
84 कोस में फैला हुआ है।
It is spread into
कितने कोस
84
में?
course.
84 कोस। एक कोस माने लगभग 3
One
किलोमीटर
course
होता है।
is almost around 2 miles or 3
84 कोस
kilometers.
माने 252, 250 किलोमीटर।
So it's
तो ये
almost
ब्रज जो
250
है 250
kilometers.
किलोमीटर की रेंज में फैला हुआ है। तो यहाँ पर प्रश्न होगा ना कि
So there
भाई
might be a question
गर्गाचार्य उस 250
that
किलोमीटर की रेंज में
in
ब्रज
this
में किस
250
स्थान पर
kilometers
गए?
range, where did
तब
he
श्लोक में
went?
आगे कहते हैं
Then it is
ब्रजम
mentioned,
जगाम नंदस्य, नंदस्य ब्रजम जगाम। नंद बाबा जहां पर रहते थे,
so where
नंद के
Nand
राज्य
Baba
में,
used to reside,
नंद का
in Nand
मतलब है
Baba's
गोकुल।
Vraj, that is Gokul.
गर्गाचार्य सीधे गोकुल
So
में गए हैं,
he
जहां पर
went to
नंद बाबा
Gokul,
रहते हैं। सो
where
ब्रजम
Nand Baba
जगाम
resides.
नंदस्य। अच्छा, गर्गाचार्य ब्रज में क्यों गए?
So why did he
उसके
went
जाने
to
का कोई
Vraja?
कारण? तो श्लोक में अंतिम शब्द में कहते हैं
So
वसुदेव
in the
प्रचोदितः।
last word of this verse it is said,
इस बार
Vasudeva
गर्गाचार्य ब्रज
Prachoditaha.
में गए हैं
He
तो
went to
वसुदेव
Vraja
जी के कहने पर गए हैं।
on request of Vasudev ji.
वसुदेव जी ने गर्गाचार्य को ब्रज में भेजा है।
He has sent
वसुदेव जी की
Gargacharya to
प्रेरणा से गर्गाचार्य ब्रज में गए।
Vraja.
सो वसुदेव प्रचोदित पर मैं कुछ कहूं,
So if I
बात
speak
कुछ
on
ऐसी
this word
है
Prachodita, it is
कि भगवान
something
श्री
like this,
कृष्ण का
that
जन्म कंस
Lord
के
Shri
कारागार में
Krishna
हुआ
was born
और
in the
फिर रात
prison
को
house
वसुदेव
of
जी नंद बाबा
Kansa,
के वहां छोड़
and
दिया
in the night
और
Vasudev
फिर
ji
धीरे धीरे
left
धीरे धीरे 3 महीने बीतने लगे।
Lord Shri Krishna in
एक
Vraja,
दिन
and gradually the time elapsed, and one
वसुदेव जी
day
गर्गाचार्य को अपने पास बुलाते हैं
Vasudev ji
और गर्गाचार्य उनसे
invites Gargacharya
प्रार्थना करते हैं
and
कि
requests
गुरुदेव
him that,
आप तो
oh,
जानते ही हैं प्रचोदित
spiritual master, as you all
प्रकृष्ट
are,
रूपेण,
as you are aware,
माने वसुदेव जी
Prachodita
ने
means,
प्रकृष्ट, प्र माने पूरा पूरा, जो भी बात
so
थी सब बताई।
completely he
जो
told.
सीक्रेट बात थी
So whatever was
कि
secret,
नंद
Prachodita
बाबा के
means
वहां जो
to
लड़का
tell
था
completely that the
वो
boy
नंद बाबा
residing
का
in Nand
दिखाई दे
Baba's
रहा
home
है।
is not
यद्यपि
his son, but he
गर्गाचार्य
is mine.
जानते थे,
Although Gargacharya
लेकिन
was
फिर भी
aware of
वसुदेव जी
that,
गुरु के
but
सामने
still,
तो
because we should tell
जानते
everything
थे, फिर भी
in
वसुदेव
front
जी
of
ने
Guru.
कहा कि वो
So
मेरा
he
बेटा है,
told
नंद
that
बाबा के
he is
पास
my
है।
son,
कंस उसे
and he is
बचाने
residing
इस
in Nand
बुरी सी
Baba. To save
दुनिया
him
से वहां
from
छोड़ दिया है।
Kansa's violence, we have left
अब
him
वो मेरा
there.
बालक वहां पर
So my
नंद
son
बाबा के पास है
is there in
और
with
नंद
Nand
बाबा
Baba,
तो अहीर है, अहीर जाति के
and
हैं।
he is from the
देखिए
Cowherd family
ब्राह्मणों
or
के
clan.
घर पर जब
So
किसी
in the
बालक का
family of
जन्म
Brahmanas,
होता है
a child is
तो
born,
10 दिन में उनका नामकरण हो
then
जाता है।
they are named in 10
क्षत्रियों के वहां
days.
100 दिन में नामकरण
In
होता है।
Kshatriyas or
तो
warriors
सबका अपना अपना होता है।
family, it's 600 days.
तो
So
नंद बाबा
everybody has different different rules. So
बेटे का
Nand Baba,
नामकरण कब करेंगे
when
कोई
will
भरोसा
he
नहीं है।
name my son? I'm not sure.
इसलिए गर्गाचार्य आप
Therefore,
जाइए
oh
और
Gargmuni,
नामकरण
please
कराइए।
go and
अच्छा,
name
नामकरण
my
क्यों
son.
करना चाहते हैं?
And why
सो
does he wants
नामकरण
to
करने
name
की
his son?
महिमा
Because the
हमारे
glories of
शास्त्र में बताई
naming
गई।
the child is
और
mentioned
श्लोक
in
में
our
कहते हैं
Vedic scriptures.
आयुर
It is mentioned in the verse,
वेद विवृद्धिश्च, यदि आप सद्गुरु के द्वारा
if
अपनी राशि के
you,
अनुसार
according to your
नामकरण करते
horoscope,
हो, नामकरण
are
संस्कार
named
करते
by
हो,
a
सो नामकरण
Brahmana,
दीर्घ
and
होता
you
है,
follow
या
this
जितनी भी आयुष्य होती
naming
है
ceremony,
आप स्वस्थ
then
रहते हो।
you will remain
सो
healthy
आयुर
throughout your
वेद
life.
वृद्धि भी, और उस बंदे का तेज बढ़ता है
And
यदि
the
नामकरण
potency of that
होगा।
person rises or increases,
अनेकों प्रकार की सिद्धि प्राप्त होती है
and he attains
कर्म
so
फल
many types of
पुरुषोत्तम
perfections, that is Siddhi.
मनीषी भी हमारे षोडश संस्कार
In the 16 ceremonies that we follow, that is Sodas Sanskaras, and in these, the naming ceremony is the 5th ceremony.
समय से नामकरण होना, उचित नाम रखना,
So we should name in a timely manner, and the name should be appropriate according to their horoscope, because it is also a ceremony. So Vasudevji says that he's a cowherd family. I don't know when they will name him, but he's my son, so he should be named in a timely manner. So I request you that you should name both of my sons. So Gargacharya, it is mentioned in this verse,
व्रजम जगाम नंदस्य, गर्गाचार्य नंद बाबा के ब्रज में गए, क्यों?
Gargamuni went to the Vraja of Nand Baba on Vasudevji's request. So he accepted, and after a few days, while roaming, he went to Vraja or reached Vraja and went to Nand Baba's home. And the welcome that Nand Baba did for Gargacharya. So sometimes we ask that why Krishna was born in Nand Baba's home. So how shall we welcome a sage or a saint? We should learn from none other than the Father of the Lord. So when Gargmuni came to Nand Baba's home, how he was welcomed, just look into this verse.
परम प्रीत प्रति उत्थाय कृतांजलि आनर चादोक्ष दिया प्रणिपात पुरसरम। गर्गाचार्य नंद बाबा के घर पर पहुंचे हैं, नंद बाबा ने दरवाजा खोला।
Gargacharya reached Nand Baba's home, and when he saw Gargamuni, so first we should learn. We don't even look at people. If a person comes, we just don't even look at them. First and foremost, we should look at them. We should, giving them a glance also is a great honor or a manner of respect. So he saw Gargmuni, and when he saw this sage at his home or doorstep, he was not happy, but he was extremely happy on seeing him. Sri Vallabhacharya says, when we have an intense desire, and if we get that in front of our eyes, then we are overwhelmed with joy and ecstasy. So Nand Baba used to serve, and he always had this intense desire to serve sages and saints. And when a sage came to his home, he was not even aware, and on seeing him, Nand Baba was extremely joyous. And what did he do with this joy? He stood up. And that is true. When some guests come to our home, or a great personality who is greater than us in devotional service, age, etc., then we should at least be that much follower of principles of religiosity that to mark or give them respect, we should stand up our place. And because of that, so many have lost their heads. There have been so many battles been fought just because they don't respect it or stood. When Balramji went on a pilgrimage, and while doing the same, he went reached Naimisharanya, and seeing Balramji, all the sages stood up, but the orator who was in contemplation, he couldn't stood up, or he didn't stood up, and Balramji took a haystack and he cut Romharshan's throat. Daksha Prajapati came, Shivji didn't stood up, and there was such a great event that happened. There was so much disturbance. And when Indradun stood up for Brahaspati, then his spiritual master Brahaspati ji left him, and Vritrasur appeared. So these are all the references of not standing. So if I give you analogy of the places where people stood up, because all the great things, good things are there in Ramayana. So when Janakji realized that Maharshi Vishwamitra has arrived, although Janak is a king and he is very busy in making arrangements for his daughter's marriage, so he is very much engaged. But when he heard that Vishwamitra ji has arrived, he left everything, all his work, and immediately he went to welcome Vishwamitra. And the result of welcoming a sage is that he got an audience with Lord Sri Ram. When we welcome the sage, then we get an audience with the Lord. So when Hanumanji went to Lanka, and when Vibhishan saw Hanumanji, he said that I didn't have faith that I will have an audience with the Lord, because I live in midst of the demons. I am in a demon body. So how can I have an audience with the Lord? I didn't have any faith. But today, oh Hanumanji, my faith has strengthened that I will have an audience with Lord, because without the mercy of the sages, the mercy of the Lord, we cannot meet sages and saints. And by the mercy of the sages only, we can have an audience with the Lord. So the Lord's mercy walks behind the sages and saints. So tam drishtva. So on seeing Gargamuni at his doorstep, Nand Baba was extremely joyous. So if someone comes to your home, you should have love. And if you make faces, then you will go to hell. Not to give any proper response, and if you do something like that, then after death you will have to go to Roro hell. But here Nanda Baba is extremely joyous, and not only that, first he saw him with his eyes and stood from his place, and with both folded hands he venerated or bowed down at the lotus feet of Gargacharya. And what was his emotion behind it? What was he feeling, contemplating? It is mentioned beautifully in this verse, with both his hands folded. He sees the Lord in the guest, that is,
उनको प्रणाम कर रहे हैं.
He venerated or bowed down at the lotus feet of the sage, thinking of him as Adhokshaja, that is, the Lord himself. So seeing the Lord in the sage, he bows down at the lotus feet. And in our culture, the guest is considered to be a Lord himself. But even if you don't do that, but still, if you think that in their heart the Lord is residing,
उनका सत्कार करना
So we
चाहिए।
should venerate them and we should welcome them.
अच्छा, सत्कार कैसे किया और
And
सत्कार
how
के बाद क्या
was
किया?
he welcomed? What did they do?
सुपविष्टं कृतातिथ्यं गिरासूनृतया मुनिम् नन्दयित्वा ब्रवीत ब्रह्मन् नन्दयित्वा ब्रवीत ब्रह्मन् पूर्णस्य करवाम किं पूर्णस्य करवाम किं। इस प्रकार से पहले तो
So in
आंखों
this manner, first he looked with his eyes, then with folded hands he
और प्रणाम
bowed
करके
down
क्या?
at his lotus feet, and after that, Supavishta,
सुपविष्ट माने एक आरामदायक आसन आसन
he
पर बिठाए।
gave him an appropriate place to sit.
देखो, अतिथि का सत्कार भगवान के
So
पिताजी
this
कर
is
रहे हैं।
how the
बहुत
Supreme
सुंदर
Personality
आरामदायक
of
सुपविष्ट।
Godhead's
कैसे
Father
आसन?
is welcoming a
आरामदायक
sage or a
आसन,
saint.
कंफर्टेबल आसन।
So he gave him a
तो सुपविष्ट
comfortable
किया,
place to sit.
आसन पर बिठाए और कृत आतिथ्य, आतिथ्य कृत।
And
और
Krit
जो अतिथि
Atithya.
सत्कार होता है,
And
जैसे
whatever
उनके चरण
we
धोना
should do
या कहीं दूर
to
से आए हैं तो उसको स्नान
welcome them,
कराना,
to
उनकी पूजा करना, भोजन
wash
कराना,
their feet, to give them
आतिथ्य
opportunity to
कराना,
bathe, to feed them, that
किसी
is
भी
all
अतिथि को
in
भोजन कराना,
the process in
ये हमारे
welcoming a
देश की परंपरा
sage or
है।
saint. And to feed
हमारे
a
महाराज रत्न
guest at
सिंह जी
home,
कहते हैं,
then
48 दिन का उपवास था,
it
आसन पर
is
बैठ चुके थे,
our culture.
फिर कोई ब्राह्मण
So
आते हैं तो वो भोजन ब्राह्मण को दे दिए। थोड़ा बहुत बचा, ब्राह्मण का महाप्रसाद बचा
I
था
remember
तो कोई
this
चांडाल आया तो
great
उसे दे
saint
दिया, और थोड़ा कुछ बचा
that
था तो एक और
when
आया उसे दे
he was
दिया।
fasting for 48 days,
अपने घर
a
के
brahmana
परिवार
came
को
to his home, he
भोजन
gave the
कराना,
food to him,
ये
and whatever was left, he gave to a chandal. And then a dog came,
लेकिन अतिथि की सेवा
the remnants of
कैसे
the
होना चाहिए?
same was given to him,
अतिथियतम।
and he didn't eat
हमारे द्वारा
anything. That is
अतिथि
how
की जो
we
सेवा
should
है,
honor,
उस
respect,
अतिथि का
serve a
हित
guest,
करने वाली होनी चाहिए।
and
नहीं
it
तो
should be beneficial
हम हमारी
to
देखते
the
हैं
guest.
अतिथि का हित
Sometimes we
करते
just
हैं,
see what
लेकिन
is
ये
suitable
महाराज
to
ने
us,
बोले सुबह से मेहनत की है,
that we have been working
बहुत आपने
hard,
सुबह से मेहनत की है,
you
उसका
have been
पेट भरा
working.
हुआ है,
But if
अगर
he
बेचारे का पेट
is not
भूखा
hungry,
रहेगा तो काम
if
कैसे
he gets sick,
गड़बड़ा जाएगा।
then what will
हम
be
तो
the use?
3 दिन से लड्डू बना रहे थे, आपको
So
खाना ही
we
नहीं
have
था
been
तो
working
तीन
since
दिन से
three
बना
days.
रहे थे, लेकिन हम रोज
So you have to
10
eat.
घर पे भोजन करते हैं।
But we
सो
have been
अतिथि
eating in 10
अतिथि
different
के हित
places.
में होना चाहिए।
So it should be suitable to
अतिथि आए,
the
हमने कहा
guest.
चाय लोगे, चाय
The
लोगे,
guest comes
बिस्किट
and we
लोगे,
say that,
शराब पियोगे,
will
ये
you
सत्कार
have
है, लेकिन ये
tea,
कोई हित करने
drink?
वाला सत्कार नहीं है।
But this is
इससे
not
अतिथि का अहित
beneficial.
होता है।
It will not
तो हमें
benefit them.
अतिथि का
It is
स्वागत करना
unbeneficial
चाहिए,
for them.
सत्कार करना
So we
चाहिए,
should
और उसके साथ साथ ये भी देखना
welcome
चाहिए
them, but we
कि
should
इस
also
स्वागत
see
सत्कार में उनका हित होता है।
that is it beneficial for them?
हमें हित की भावना रखनी है। सो तो बहुत सुंदर भोजन आदि कराए और
So
सुंदर
he
सा सबके
beautifully
बाद
fed him,
सुपविष्टम
and
कृत आतिथ्यम, आतिथ्यम कृत किया। और
he
अतिथि
did
सत्कार
all
में
this.
सबसे बड़ी बात क्या होती है?
And what is the
मीठी
greatest
वाणी,
thing? Is our
मीठी वाणी।
sweet speech,
गिरास
or
नृत्या मुनिम,
kind, soft
श्री नंद
words.
बाबा मधुर
So
वाणी से
Sri Nand
बोलते हैं,
Baba,
जब कोई
in his
अतिथि आए
sweet
तो कहना
voice,
चाहिए
says,
बहुत अच्छा
if
हुआ
a
आपने
guest comes,
आए।
then we should say
हम तो
that
आप ही
it's
की
great
राह
that
देख रहे थे, हमारे
you
बड़े
came.
बड़े
We were
आदमी
waiting
को
for you.
समय से कामना थी,
We
आपको
had
आने
this
की, लेकिन
intense
बड़ा
desire
अच्छा
to
हुआ
see
आप
you.
आ गए। जब
It's
इस
great
प्रकार
that
से
you came.
बोलते ना तो
When we
अतिथि
say
कितना
like
भी
this,
दूर से आया हो
then
उसकी
even the
थकावट उतर जाती है।
person comes from so
लेकिन
far,
कलयुगी लोग
all
क्या करते
his
हैं, आपको
tiredness
अवहेलना कर
gets
देते
removed.
हैं।
And
एटलीस्ट फोन
but the
करके
people
आप
of
आए
Kali
होते
Yuga
तो
say that
अच्छा था।
at least they should have
अरे
called
अतिथि एक तो
before
आपका थका
coming.
हुआ है, ऊपर से और थक
Is
जाएगा।
already tired, and he gets more tired on by listening
इसलिए
all
कहते
these things.
हैं कि
That is why it is said,
सुनृत्या, सुष्ठु वाणी, मधुर वाणी से अतिथि का
with soft, kind words, we should welcome the guest.
वल्लभाचार्य ने तो चैलेंज देकर
And
कहा
Vallabhacharya
कि
has
अतिथि
said
के
by
प्रति
challenging
आपका
that
प्रेम है
if you
तो
have
आपकी
love
वाणी
towards the
उनका
guest,
सत्कार
then
करते हुए गदगद हो जाएगी,
your voice will be
गदगद हो जाएगी
overwhelmed while welcoming them.
उनका स्वागत। ये प्रेम का लक्षण है।
This is a sign of
और
love.
मुनिम अब्रवीत, इस प्रकार से
And Munim Abravit.
क्या बोले? नंद
And what did he
एवाब्रवीत
said?
ब्रह्मन पूर्णस्य करवाम किम। हे ब्रह्मन, हे
Oh,
ब्रह्मन।
great Brahmana,
नंद बाबा गर्गाचार्य को
Nanda
क्या
Baba
कहते हैं?
is addressing
नंद
Gargamuni as
अब्रवीत। नंद बाबा बोले, क्या बोले?
he spoke. And
ब्रह्मन,
what
हे
did he
ब्रह्मन
spoke?
संबोधन देते
Oh,
हैं।
Brahman, he is addressing
गर्गाचार्य को
him
ब्रह्मन संबोधन देते हैं।
as Brahman.
तो ब्रह्मन का सीधा अर्थ तो ब्राह्मण
So,
है,
Brahman
हे
means a
ब्राह्मण।
Brahmana,
लेकिन तत्व के अनुसार समझे
but according
तो इसके
to
और बहुत सारे
essence,
अर्थ हैं।
it
ब्रह्म
has
माने
many,
वेद,
many meanings. Brahma
ब्रह्मन
means
माने
Ved,
वेद को धारण करने
and
वाला।
Brahman is
हे
the one who
गर्गाचार्य,
knows the
आप
Vedas,
सारे
the
वेदों
knower
को
of the
धारण
Vedas.
कर
So,
चुके हो।
you have already
ब्रह्मन माने
sustained
वेदों
all
को
the
जानने
Vedas.
वाला, क्योंकि जन्म
So,
जन्मना
who
चाहिए
knows
शुद्ध।
all the
जन्म
Vedas?
से सब लोग शुद्र होते हैं।
Because by birth, all are Shudras,
संस्कारात
or lower
द्विज
class.
उच्यते,
But
जब उनका द्विजाति संस्कार
by
होता है तो वो द्विज
the
बनता है।
sanskaras and
जन्मना
education,
जायते शुद्ध,
they become
संस्कारात द्विज
Brahmana
उच्यते,
or
वेद
twice born,
पाठात
Dvija.
भवेद विप्र, ब्रह्म जानाति ब्राह्मण। तो ब्राह्मण माने जो ब्रह्म को जानता है।
So, the one who
और
knows
ब्रह्मन
the
की
Brahman.
कंप्लीट व्याख्या क्या होगी?
Brahman. So, what is the complete
जो
definition? The one who knows
भगवान
the
को जाने
Vedas,
और केवल
who
जाने
knows the
नहीं,
Lord, that is
उसको
Brahman,
भगवान के
and
जीवन में उतारे,
not only that, he imbibes the Lord in
जो
his
पूर्ण
life,
रूप से भगवान की
who
भक्ति में
sustains
लगा
the
रहे,
Lord, who
उसे
is
ब्राह्मण कहते
completely
हैं।
engrossed in performing
मुनिम
devotional service
पहले
towards the
लाइन में
Lord.
अंतिम शब्द है ना
Such
मुनिम,
is the
तो नंद
definition
बाबा
of
समझ
Brahman.
गए कि ये गर्गाचार्य मुनि है।
So,
और
Nanda
मन
Baba
सोचने
realized that
लगे
he is
जब
a
मैं
Muni,
मेरे बेटे का नामकरण
and
आपको कहूंगा,
if I
क्योंकि ये
tell
मुनि
him
है,
to name
इसलिए
my
ईमानदारी
son
से मेरे बेटे
because
का
he is a Muni,
नामकरण करेंगे।
then
इसके
he
बीच
will
में कोई
do it
शॉर्टकट
with
ये वो
great
चलना
honesty and he will
नहीं
not
है।
use any shortcut in that. He will follow
तो
the
देखिए स्वागत
process
करते हुए
completely.
कितना जबरदस्त शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया। नंद बाबा कहते हैं,
Nanda
जैसे
Baba
आप हैं
says that,
वैसे
oh
आप संत हैं।
Gargacharya, you are a
आपके
sage
चेहरे
or a
का तेज
saint,
बता रहा है कि
and
आप
your
बहुत ही
effulgence
संतुष्ट
reveals
हो
that you are extremely
और आप परम
satisfied
पूर्ण हो। आप देखिए दूसरी
and
व्याख्यानों
you
में,
are complete
आप
in
परम पूर्ण
yourself.
हो और आप
Purnasya
पूर्ण
means
हो,
that you're complete.
पूर्णस्य
And
करवाम
because
किम,
you
जो
are
ऑलरेडी संतुष्ट है,
complete
जो
or
ऑलरेडी
you're
पूर्ण है,
already
उसके लिए
satisfied,
हम क्या कर सकते हैं?
how can we serve them?
मतलब ये महिमा है कि
This is
आप
the glory
परम संतुष्ट, आप परम
that you're
पूर्ण, आपके चेहरे
already
का तेज ही
completely
क्या है?
satisfied.
आप
You have
पूर्ण
such a great
हो।
effulgence
ऐसे
that
पूर्ण
you are
आदमी को हम
complete in
क्या दे
yourself.
सकते हैं?
Then
लेकिन
how
फिर भी
can we serve you?
पूर्णस्य
But still,
करवाम किम, मैं आप जैसे पूर्ण की क्या सेवा कर सकता
how
हूँ?
can I serve you?
देखो इसके दो अर्थ होंगे।
Then
एक तो
it
नंद
has
बाबा वाला अर्थ,
two meanings.
एक हम
The one
कलयुग
that is
वालों का
Nanda Baba
अर्थ।
and the one is
नंद
for
बाबा वाला
the
अर्थ
people
क्या
of
है?
Kali Yuga. The
पूर्णस्य
Nanda
करवाम
Baba's
किम, आप
meaning
परम
or
पूर्ण हो
perspective
और
is that
ऐसे
you
परम
are
पूर्ण
complete
संत की मैं
in
क्या
yourself.
सेवा कर
And
सकता हूँ?
how
बताइए।
can
आप यद्यपि आप पूर्ण
I
हो,
serve? Although you are
आप सब कुछ
complete in
करके
yourself
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं
and you
कि
don't
आप
expect
हमसे
anything
पाने
from
के लिए आए
us,
हो,
it's not that you came here to get something from
लेकिन
me.
फिर भी हम आपकी क्या
But
सेवा कर
still,
सकते हैं? कृपया
what
करके
or
बताइए।
how can
ये
we
नंद
serve
बाबा का
you?
भाव
Please
है।
let me know. This
और
is
हमारा
his
भाव क्या है?
intent and emotion.
ओहो,
And what is
आप तो
our?
परम पूर्ण हो, आप
You are
जैसे महान
completely full.
लोगों की हम
You
क्या
such
सेवा
a
कर
great
सकते
personality.
हैं? इसलिए
How can
पूर्ण
we serve
हमसे
you?
सेवा करने
So
का
let's
आग्रह
cancel
कीजिए,
it
क्योंकि आप तो परम पूर्ण हो।
because you're already completely
मेरा साधु
satisfied.
ऐसे ही मर जाता है। आप तो परम पूर्ण। बहुत साल पहले गुरुदेव के मुख से हमने सुना
Quite a
था
few years back, I heard
कि
from
कुछ
dear Guru
कलयुग के
Maharaj
आलसी लोग होते हैं ना,
that some
उनका यही
lazy
सिद्धांत होता
people
है
in Kali Yuga
कि
has this
भगवान की क्या
philosophy.
जरूरत है, भगवान
What
को
does
क्या
the Lord
चाहिए, क्यों
needs?
भगवान की
What
सेवा,
does
क्यों
he?
भगवान की सेवा?
Why should we serve him?
पूर्णस्य करवाम किम पर मैं कह रहा हूँ। तो कहता है अजब
And he
हैरान
says,
हूं भगवन, हे भगवन, मैं बहुत टेंशन में हूं, मैं बहुत हैरान हूं कि कैसे तुझे रिझाऊं, मैं तुझे कैसे रिझाऊं। अजब हैरान हूं भगवन, तुझे कैसे रिझाऊं मैं। कोई वस्तु नहीं ऐसी जिसे सेवा में लाऊं मैं। मेरे पास ऐसी कोई वस्तु नहीं है जिससे मैं कृष्ण तुम्हारी सेवा कर
he
सकूं।
says, I don't have anything by which I can serve to you, because whatever I have is already with you. You have everything, so there is nothing that I can offer to you or serve you with. So one said that you can at least ring a bell. Then he says,
करे किस तौर आवाहन, तुम मौजूद हो हर जहां।
you are available
घंटी बजाकर हम
everywhere.
भगवान का आवाहन करते हैं ना,
We
भोग लेने आ जाओ,
invite the
प्रसाद
Lord
के लिए आ जाओ।
by ringing the
तो
bell
करे
that you
किस
should
तौर
come
तुम्हारा आवाहन,
to
तुम
take
मौजूद हो हर
the
जहां।
bhoga or to
निरादर है बुलाने को अगर
get
घंटी
venerated.
बजाऊं मैं।
So
घंटी बजाकर तो मैं आपको
says
निरादर
that
कर
you're
सकता हूं,
already
आप तो सुनते
everywhere.
नहीं
So
हो।
if I just call you by
किसी
ringing
ने
the
कहा
bell, then it
घंटी
is your
बजाओ,
disrespect. He said that,
तो
okay, then you can offer a
फूल
flower
चढ़ा।
to the Lord.
तब वो कहता है तुम ही
And
हो
he says,
मूर्ति में, तुम ही
you are
व्यापक
there
हो
in the
फूलों में।
deity and
मूर्ति में
you are
कौन
in
है?
the flowers
भगवान।
as well.
फूल में कौन
So
है?
the Lord resides
भगवान।
in the
यदि
deity
फूल में
form and
परमात्मा
in
ना
the
हो तो फूल
flower.
कैसे होगा?
Because if he doesn't have Paramatma,
तो
then he
तुम ही
cannot
हो
blossom.
मूर्ति में, तुम ही व्यापक
So you
फूलों
are
में।
in the deity and
भला
you are
द्वार पर भगवान को कैसे चढ़ाऊं मैं?
in
मूर्ति
the
में
flower,
भगवान
then
है,
how
फूल में
can
भी
I
भगवान
offer
है।
the Lord to
कहते
the
हो
Lord
भगवान को
himself?
फूल चढ़ाओ, तो फूल में भी भगवान है, भगवान के ऊपर भगवान को कैसे चढ़ा दूं? इसलिए प्रोग्राम कैंसिल।
Therefore, I have
पूर्णस्य
cancelled
करवाम
this
किम।
program.
न घंटी बजानी है, न सेवा करनी है, न फूल चढ़ाना है। किसी ने कहा भगवान को भोग
Then
लगाओ।
someone said that at least we can offer bhoga
कलयुगी
to the
आदमी
Lord.
कहता है
And this
भोग तो
lazy
लगाना है,
Kalyugi person says that I want to offer
लेकिन
bhoga,
भगवान को भोग
but
लगाना ये अपमान जैसा लगता है।
it is like disrespecting the
भगवान
Lord.
को, ये सब बहाने हैं।
All
भगवान
these
को
are
भोग लगाना
excuses.
अपमान भगवान का करना है। कैसे? क्योंकि
It is
जो पूरी दुनिया
disrespectful to
का,
do that,
जो पूरी दुनिया
because
को खिलाता है,
who
उसको
gives food
कैसे
to
खिलाऊं
everyone?
मैं?
How can I feed him?
जो पशु पक्षी चराचर जगत को खिलाता है, उसको मैं खिलाकर उसका अपमान करूंगा। किसी ने कहा कोई बात नहीं, भगवान को
Then
तुम
someone
घी
said,
खिलाओ,
you can offer
दिया
a
खिलाओ।
lamb, a ghee lamb to the
भगवान
Lord.
कहते हैं तुम्हारी
And he
ज्योति से
replies,
रोशन है सूरज
by
चांद
your
सितारे।
effulgence, all these
हमने कल
planets
परसों सुना ना,
are
सूर्य
shining
और
bright, as we
चंद्र
have seen that
भगवान की
sun
आंखें हैं,
and moon
राइट?
are eyes of the Lord.
सूर्य और चंद्र कृष्ण की आंखें हैं। तो किसी ने कहा कृष्ण को दीपक दिखाओ,
Someone said that
सूर्य
you can
जितनी
offer a ghee
प्रकाश,
lamb, and he said that
तुम्हारी
you
आंख
have,
चंद्रमा दूसरी
his
आंख है।
eyes are like sun and
इतनी बड़ी
moon.
लाइट जब तुम्हारी आंखों में
Then
है
you
तो हमारा
already have so
दीपक क्या
much
काम का
effulgence, then
होगा? ये भी
how
बहाना
will
था,
our ghee lamb
ये भी बहाना
work?
है। तो किसी ने कहा भगवान को चंदन लगाओ,
Then someone said that we can
जब
offer
वो तो
sandalwood paste to the
निराकार है,
Lord.
न भुजा
He
है,
said that
न
he
गर्दन है,
doesn't have
न
any
सूंड
form, he
है,
doesn't
न
have any neck
छाती।
or face.
जब वो निर्लोप है नारायण, तो कैसे चंदन लगाऊं मैं?
Then
अजब
how can
हैरान
I
हूं
offer
भगवन,
sandalwood
कैसे
paste to
तुम्हें
him?
रिझाऊं मैं। तो कभी कभी कहते हैं ना घर पर
I'm
ठाकुर जी को
amazed at how
लगाओ,
can I serve. So sometimes
गाय
people
की
say that
मूर्ति बनाओ।
we should make a deity
कभी
and
आदमी
serve
कहता
him.
है
Then
बड़े
this person
नादान
says,
है वो लोग
the
जो
people
गढ़ते
are
हैं
fool and
आपकी
ignorant
मूरत।
who make your deities.
बड़े नादान है वो लोग जो गढ़ते हैं आपकी मूरत। बनाता है जो सब जग को,
The
उसे कैसे मैं
the
बनाऊं
Lord
मैं?
who cr-
जो पूरी
creates
दुनिया को
everything, how
बनाता है उसको
can
मैं
we create
बनाऊंगा।
him?
अजब हैरान हूं भगवन, कैसे तुझे रिझाऊं मैं। कोई ऐसी वस्तु नहीं
There is nothing
तुम्हारी सेवा में लगाऊं
by
मैं।
which we can serve
सो
you.
ये सब बहाने हैं, ये
So
सब
all these are
चतुराई है,
excuses.
ये
We
नहीं
need not to
सीखने के
learn
लिए
this.
मैंने आपको बताया। हाँ? पूर्णस्य करवाम किम, हे महाराज आप पूर्ण
Oh,
हो, आप जैसे पूर्ण
Muni, you are complete and completely satisfied. How shall I serve you? Please let me know. Then Gargamuni replies, Oh Nand Baba, if I would have been complete, then I would have resided in my hermitage. Why would I roam here and there? There is a beautiful question here. If I am complete and completely satisfied, then I would have resided in my hermitage. Why would I go here and there? Lord Vishnu is complete in himself. So what does he do? He resides and sleeps in his eternal abode. Why would he work hard when he's already satisfied or complete? So if Garga Muni says that if I am complete in myself, then I would reside there. Why will I come here? Then Nand Baba beautifully responds.
नंद बाबा कहते हैं,
He replies,
हे बाबा,
Ooh,
महात्माओं का
saint,
अपने घर से चलना
when a sage or a saint leaves their place, it is not for their own benefit or sake, it is for the benefit or sake of others. When these brahmanas leave their cottages, hermitages, then they don't walk for themselves. It is not for themselves but for the welfare of others, especially for the householders. Because a householder is consciousness,
गृहस्थी लोग बड़े बेचारे हो जाते हैं.
that is why they are pitiful or pitiable or in pitiable situation, and for their welfare great sages and saints start from their home, and there is no other goal in a sage's heart or mind. So, oh Gargacharya, you have came for for our benefit, to for our welfare. It is not for your any selfish motivation or ulterior motive. So this is about Nand Baba. So Vasudev ji is Nand Baba's father, and it is mentioned in Dwarika, Narad Muni came as Garg Muni came in Vraja. So when Narad Muni came to Vasudev ji's home in Dwarika, he said, Oh Narad Muni, the visit of sages like you is for the welfare of all the living entities. The great sages and saints roam here and there only for the benefit of all the living entities, and in truth, the welfare that a sage or saint do, not even demigods can do the same. Vasudev ji said, the demigods give sometimes bliss and sometimes sadness, but the sages and saints always give bliss and happiness to the living entities. So, oh Garg Muni, you arrived here for our welfare. So Gargacharya is here in Nand Baba's home. So in what was his intent? To name the sons of Vasudevji. So Gargacharya is not saying anything. He thinks that if without saying any word, if the work is done, then it will be better. Otherwise, I will put a proposal. But honestly, Gargacharya didn't had to utter a word. Nand Baba himself said that such a great sage is here at my home. So please name my both children. So there will be a beautiful proposal, and when this will be the proposal, Gargacharya will refuse, although he is here for that, but still he will try to refuse to check. See what is the intensity behind Nanda Baba's desire. Sometimes we want to serve a sage or a saint, and initially they tell us not to do that. They tell us to that. So as they want to test the disciple, that how much intensity they have. So all this will happen. The time has elapsed. So I'll just conclude this session. You all have been listening with so much patience and love. I'm really grateful to all of you, and especially want to thank the whole entire Gargu family by whose support this beautiful katha has been organized. And in this manner, please do keep listening and benefit your life. So let's conclude the session of the fifth day with Jai Jai Kar.
आज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की श्री कृष्ण